welcome back to Cherish Talks. And so now that we have moved past the MS story, um, a lot of things people don't talk about is, your mental after, finding out. Your mental, even just living with MS. Right, like when I found out, I think I was very sad at that time. I was very sad. I was very down. I was not caring about life. I wasn't even caring about myself, to be honest. Um, I just felt like at that time I was just lost in a sense. And then these symptoms started happening to me, and next thing you know, flash forward, I'm diagnosed with MS. I'm like, oh my gosh, it hit me like a wrecking ball, honestly. Um, even even to this day, like I still battle with my mental, my mind, like even just trying to find positive things to kind of lift my spirits, you know what I mean? Because you even though you have MS, it's kind of like a blind disease and stuff like that. So some people, like, you see it more on them than others. Like, you'll see patients or people with MS that's in a wheelchair or that has a walker or that's walking with a cane and stuff like that. And then others, they have MS and they're walking pretty normal. You couldn't even tell. Most people, when I tell them I have MS, they don't even know. And so it's like, what is a person with MS even supposed to look like? You know what I mean? So, emotionally, like, it's draining. It's draining because now you're fighting this thing that's blindly, like, you have these symptoms that you basically kind of do have to deal with on your own, unless you have like a community or a circle of people. Let's say, like, they have support groups that you could join and stuff like that, which I haven't experienced yet because I felt like maybe I could deal with this on my own, which I do plan on one day, maybe joining like a MS community so that I can be able to talk to people with similar things as myself, because it's kind of hard. You could talk to a friend about it, but it's kind of hard for them to understand because they're not experiencing the pain, they're not experiencing the symptoms or the things that you may go through. So it is like kind of draining. It does feel sad at times, but what gets me also through it is that it could have been worse and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, and that we were able to catch it at a soon enough time. So, because like some people, like, let's say they got diagnosed with MS and it was caught at a later time, some symptoms cannot be reversed. So, that's at least what helps me sometimes. But it is hard. So I know for the most part, like, people are depressed with it because it's like those days you just feel so down and you want to beat yourself up about it. And it's tough. And that's why it's always good to have a good circle around you, supportive family, supportive friends, just, people that boost you up, because when it gets low, it gets very low. Like, it's tough. So, I mean, I'm glad I have like a joking family. Okay, my family, they make jokes about literally any and everything. So I thank God for that, because look, some days, most days, sometimes I feel it's hard. Like, it's hard and you feel like you're beating yourself up about it and stuff like that. But it's best to be surrounded around good energy, to be honest. So, anybody that is diagnosed, freshly diagnosed, or, has been diagnosed for a while, and, you need a friend or anyone to talk to or anyone to even just vent to, I want to extend, the hand out to people, like, you could even reach out to me. I'm open to talk about it. I'm open just to even be a listening ear. I feel like that sometimes is what we don't have, is someone that's willing to listen, because people listen to kind of respond. But, you know, having that person there ready to listen for what you're going through, I feel is very important as well. So, you know, I just want to tell people to stay strong, because you could do it, you can make it. It might seem hard, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It might seem impossible, but everything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. So even though it comes with the hard days, there will be some easy days as well. So keep your head up.